Hello everyone, welcome to Stock Market Plan, Stock Market Report for Monday, April 13th, 2020. Let's go ahead and get right into it. In front of you is a SPY. You guys should be getting used to looking at this right now. It's going to show us the overall health of the market, the broader market, and we used SPY mirrors the movement of the S&P 500. So we're looking at a daily chart here, each bar representing a day, right? Here we are today. Kind of traded in a very tight range all day long compared to the rest of recent sessions here, and basically moving sideways. Now make no mistake about it, there's an uptrend here, and worth to pay attention to. If you saw the last cast that I did, I told you that I was moving, dipping my toes in the water and moving into a 25% position in equity, in stocks, and still remaining 75% in cash. Don't want to miss the move, and as this thing starts to prove itself to me, which it looks like it's starting to a little bit here and there, I really like to see it retest, just retest around here somewhere, and then keep building and move up. That'll give it time for this 50-day moving average to catch up, right? Because I like to trade over these averages. The 50-day moving average is blue line right here, and purple line here being the 200-day moving average. So looking for the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average to come down. More than likely it'll be the 50-day first, that blue line right there. Here's the price, we're almost there. Market has a lot of resistance here in this level here, so it's gonna find a real hard time to get over this level, I think. Can it do it? Yeah, it can do anything it wants, but we work on probability, and the probability is that it's just going to have a real hard time here. More than likely it's probably going to trade sideways, but that's just a guess. Given the chart that you're looking at, I mean, there's just a lot of resistance here. I'm kind of shocked, but not really, because I talked to you about this weeks ago, about this market was going to come back and come back quickly, because everything was in place, right? Record numbers of low unemployment, record numbers of wage growth, record as in the country has never seen it before. If that makes any sense? I know, crazy. So, all these things are in place. It'll help the market get back on its feet once we get out of this health crisis that we're in. So, hopefully sooner than later. But, right now for me, the market is a hold. It's just sitting there. Given the fact that I got 25% in the market, in the stock market, of my investable assets. Why not 100%? Because it has to do a lot of proving. It has to make up a lot of ground here. It has to prove itself to me. I don't like the fact that this price has not come down and retested some of these levels here. I like to see it retest and see what kind of fashion it does it in, right? I mean, I like the volume here. It's quieting down. I talked to you about that as the market starts to consolidate like it is right now, right? Trading sideways. Tighter ranges, right? You see that the ranges, they're a little bit tighter. I talked to you about that. This is all constructive. So it's not a bad thing. But it's just we're going to have to wait and see how this market performs here in the near term. But no mistake about it, it is in a confirmed uptrend. All right. But with a lot of resistance on the top here, okay? And here's when we started to go bad, right up here back in February, late February. So it's almost up to par to where it was. So it's about halfway, right? Almost halfway on the way back. After what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. In 2 weeks, it's made all of that back. So definitely constructive, definitely a good sign, but yet there's more to come and more to see from this market to confirm itself to me that it wants to go higher from here. So it's probably going to build a base over here somewhere, hopefully, just like it did right here. Build a little base and it went up from there, and it'll step up like that. Again, I'll be paying particular attention to the volume. So that's basically it for the overall market. I spoke to you about gold. Here's gold, right? Spoke to you last week sometime that it looked like it wanted to go higher, and certainly it has done that. You know, we've got support levels here that were resistance, broke right through them. Okay, then we got support level here with the 50-day support level here. This is a price level. We've got the 200-day and then another price level set back on March 16th. So, man, nothing about this chart tells me sell, but you know, it is gold. It can change quite rapidly. It's definitely a trader's instrument. It's definitely proven that in the last few years. You know, when we think gold is up to a higher race, you know, it loses 30%, 40%. So it's definitely not something to just set it and forget it. You really have to trade this metal. But anyways, everything looks really good on gold right now. I mean, congratulations if you have it. You know, certainly in a confirmed uptrend right here. Right now it's in no man's land, and that's good. If you were to flip this chart around and this was the downside, it would be like oh, because there's no support, right? But well, right here you have no resistance. If I zoom out of this thing, let me do that. I mean, hello, you're going back to way back. I mean, there's just nothing holding this thing back right now. It can go as high as it wants. So maybe retest here. Even if it came down and retested this level and climbed from here, it'll still be in good shape. So, you know, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But for right now, gold is acting really nice. So basically, that's what I got for you today. You know, market's doing what it's supposed to be doing, the S&P 500. And wanted to throw this gold in here. I know a lot of you watch it. So, you know, all good in the neighborhood with gold for right now. And the market for that matter. It just has a lot of resistance. I mean, when we look at this chart, there's no resistance up here, right? No relative price anywhere near here. I mean, I'm going back to May, right? So, you know, but when we look at the SPY, the S&P 500, it's a little different story, right? We look at this and look at all this resistance up here, right? But it's building. It's building, consolidating. These dotted lines I drew because I thought that's what it was going to do, is start consolidating like this and then build from there. It said, forget about that. I'm going higher. So, got to pay attention to it. Price first, right? Volume's a little light, but hey, we all know about volume. It's a secondary indicator to price. So, price is moving. We got to take it for what it is. And I will tell you the same thing if we were going on the downside. It really does not matter. Price is first. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you keep watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so whenever I put updates like this and post things like this, that you get a little alert that there's a new video. And there'll be more of these to come. This stuff, if you've never seen it before, it'll start to make sense. You know, terms like support, resistance, averages, volume, all of these things will start to come together. I promise. Just stick with it. If you're going to be involved in stocks, especially individual stocks, even mutual funds, even ETFs, you got to know overall market direction. And that's what I hope to teach you here, so you guys understand it a little bit better and how much it influences your everyday investments. You'll be shocked how much it influences your everyday investments. So, I mean, if you heard me say it before, and I'll say it again. 3 out of 4 stocks will move in the general direction of this, the S&P 500, right? As we're looking at it here from the SPYs, right? It mirrors the S&P 500. The reason why I use the SPY is you can pull this chart up, okay? But, you know, it's just the SPY is easier. You can track the volume. It's all proportionate. It's all the same thing. It shows you the proportionate interest, proportionate movement of the S&P 500. So, again, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the subscribe link so you can get these updates, okay? Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.